Welcome back to God 3. We are free from our prison and are aboard the chrysanthemum. A lady in a hat patted me on the head just a bit ago. At first I thought she was trying to hit me, so I swatted her hand away. Now I feel bad for doing that. Can you believe it? We're out! We finally escaped that prison. The day we'd always dreamed of is here, and Show is stable too. The ash storm turned our lives around. Life sure is strange sometimes. By the way, the owner of this ship, Hilda, I've decided to trust her. She does seem trustworthy. You see it too, huh? Hilda looked us in the eye. She treated us as equals. If she had pity on us ages, I'd be wary of her, but she wasn't like that. She was sizing us up as people, calculating if we could be of use to her. With someone like that, the way forward is easy. Just prove your value. We're not your everyday God Eaters. Let's give her a show that'll blow her away. One day we'll be grateful when we were raised as hounds in that damn prison. Female cabin. It's the bunny! The residential block. Mail cabin. Oh, it's you. What's up? Ah, how have you been? Do you remember me? I visited your port a while back. Oh yeah, now that you mention it. It's nice to see you recognize me. You see, I was asked by the owner to have a look at Pennyworth. I really wanted to get you out of there as soon as possible, but it wasn't so simple. At any rate, I'm glad to see you're still alive. I think you'll really like Chrysanthemum. Got a map of Europe. Hilda's office, very spacious. Big TV too. There's a cat. Sleepy paws. Is this the owner's cat? Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. Kind of like storage vault. Medical ward. No show. Boop, boop, boop. Greetings. We've been told to cut down on personal chatter during missions. You're those ages, right? I'm sorry about your port. Do, do, do. Do, do, do. Do, do, do. What kind of work should we be doing here? I wonder if we'll have to pick up junk in the Ashlands again. Hilda? For the time being, you'll be working with Amy. She's as solid as a rock and can probably give you better answers than me. Anyway, we're counting on you. So this is what the inside of a caravan looks like. How do I put it? It's different from what I imagined. It's dirtier? No, not at all. This ship is huge and I haven't seen one speck of dust. I wonder who cleans it all. What's going to happen to us? Hilda gave me some medicine and now I feel a little better. I bet it was Hugo that convinced Hilda to help me. I should thank him. Wow, this ship's design is crazy. Its simple parts can be found anywhere, but it's optimized for weight and fuel economy. Thanks to that, its energy circulation system completely ignores conventional wisdom. Let me get a database check. Ricardo, 27 years old, god eater belonging to the Chrysanthemum. Born December 19th. He uses a scythe and ray gun. An intelligence expert, he spends much of his time supporting the Chrysanthemum's owner by sniffing out information on other caravans. In addition to being a god eater on active combat duty, he also provides ship management support. He handles all the caravan's daily chores, such as cleaning, cooking, and washing the dishes. 28 years old, born October 8th. Her private ash crawler primarily operates as a transport vessel, but also regularly seeks to discover and develop new transport routes. Her late father was a leading scientist who studied Oracle communication theory, and his research formed the foundation for the technology that made the beacon-based network possible. 17 years old. March 2nd. The following is a list of Amy's duties: monitoring the residence radar, in charge of mission assignments and combat mission control, communicating with other caravans and ports, database management. Note, if there's anything about the ship you need to know, just ask Amy. The owner's pet cat. Note, it never moves, it just lies there. Seriously, if anyone ever sees it, shift a paw, report to Amy immediately. Faith the merchant, a merchant who stocks standard items and equipment. Due to the sheer volume of business she does with us, she has been given free rein to come and go as she pleases. Travel routes established with the intention of providing a safe means of passage through the Ashlands. Ash crawlers pioneer new routes by installing beacons that gather and transfer information about their surroundings. By analyzing information collected by a series of beacons, a relatively safe path through a region of Ashlands can be determined. When an ash crawler pioneers a new route, they must repeat the following steps: dispatch a survey unit to a target point along the route, secure safety of the point, eliminate obstacles, guide ash crawler to the point, set up a beacon. Data communication devices set up along caravan routes. Fundamentally, an encryption key is needed to access the beacon, and one of the primary sources of caravan income is the sales of these encryption keys to other organizations, essentially selling the information needed to transit across the Ashlands. Some beacons' access keys have been shared publicly and are free for use by any caravan. The port that Hugo and Weiss belonged to. Pennywort was quite wealthy and often dealt in adaptive god eaters. Although it is known that this port regularly engaged in dangerous and immoral testing by administering the aptitude test to people with insufficient chances of success. All evidence has been destroyed by the appearance of the ash storm in the vicinity that wiped out any trace of foul play. Groups of mobile fortresses capable of traversing the Ashland. They are humanity's only lifeline. With most forms of transport's infrastructure destroyed by the Ashlands, long-distance transport and communications are entirely dependent on the caravans. The individual ships in a caravan are known as ash crawlers, and the caravan's head ship bears the name of its mother port. Example: ash crawler, Chrysanthemum. Ugh, I want to add an N in there, but there's not, except for the sand. Mobile fortresses built to traverse the Ashlands. This definition includes all varieties of automobile, ship, and plane customized for Ashland use. Ash crawlers are encased in anti-ash walls, which are crafted to resist being devoured by the Ashlands. However, even these cannot withstand high densities of ash for long periods of time. Many ash crawlers are specialized for a single role, such as transport, patrol, recon, or combat. Most ages are orphans who lost their families to the Ashlands and were left with virtually no choice but to take the age aptitude test. As it is rare for an individual's aptitude to be measured before taking the test, many regrettably but necessarily sacrifices have been made. Those lucky enough to pass must still possess a sufficient level of ash resistance. If their innate abilities are found lacking, they are often abandoned by their ports. In ages, most common duties include Ashland search, recovery, origami elimination, and caravan route pioneering. These are difficult and dangerous jobs. However, most ports cannot or will not offer rewards suitable to the dangers that their ages must face. Actually, there was retro oracle cells. The special oracle cells that make up a QB. They inhabit an isolated area apart from other origami, which has prevented the mixing of oracle cells that occurs when normal origami eat each other. It may be said that they are constructed of pure oracle cells. They are exclusively geared toward rapid response to environmental changes, and the research of these greatly sped up the implementation of an adaptive biofactor. Boom, boom, boom. Boop, boop, boop. Pennywort Inquiry Status. Inquiry Report. According to leaked information, ages owned by Pennywort are forced to live in appalling conditions. Those captured by the port are subjected to extreme physical and mental stress. Far more so than any other port. Thus, it would be both wise and humane to prioritize the assistance and rescue of ages living under Pennywort's yoke. Damage inflicted by the ash storms fully disabled all of Pennyworth's systems, and repairs are estimated to be monumental and time-consuming tasks. A search was initiated for Pennyworth's missing administrators after the storm, and a party dispatched by Glepner located them taking refuge in a heavily damaged ash crawler. While many were badly injured, no deaths have been reported. All administrators are scheduled to be released after a brief investigation here. Alright, Amy, what's up?
Welcome aboard the Ash Crawler Chrysanthemum. Let me introduce myself. My name is Amy Chrysanthemum, and I serve as an operator on this vessel. So, this is the mission counter. We post tasks that need to be performed in order to clear our course.
So, in short, you're saying if we want a job, then this is the place to go?
Yep, that's right. In fact, it looks like something was posted just now. But we have a bit of a snag.
A snag?
That's right. Continuing on our course would be like crossing a rope bridge blindfolded.
So what? You just walk forward.
The snag is, there's something chewing on the ropes. Caravans that conduct their operations within the Ashlands are invariably equipped with resonance radar. It tracks local ash levels and origami. It serves as our eyes and ears, giving us an advantage over potential threats. We have one on the Mum, of course. Essentially, if our resonance radar isn't providing us with that data, it's a big problem. One of life or death magnitude.
Is yours malfunctioning?
As the name suggests, the radar uses resonance, so it needs someone with high resonance skill to operate it. We need a God Eater who can also function as a navigator.
However, our previous navigator was incapacitated in the ash storm, and currently we have no other candidates in our staff.
Navigator, huh? I like the sound of that. Let me give it a try.
Amy, go ahead and bypass the authorization system.
Okay, it's open.
How was I?
No. Insufficient range. Maybe a 2-mile radius? Too small to keep us safe.
No! I could give it a shot.
I don't think you have the aptitude, Hugo.
Not one iota. It's tougher than I thought.
Our regular navigator was born with a high resonance capability. However, they had training to see up to a 20-mile radius as well.
So resonance ability is the key, huh? If one of us can be contracted as a navigator, we should be able to renegotiate royalties. Sound like a workable deal to you, Hilda?
So you know, I don't pay for slipshod work.
Of course not. Here, give it a try.
Man, take a look at the display. I've never seen anything like this. That's 10. No, 100 miles. Wait, it's still expanding.
What?
You've got to be kidding! This is unreal!
Did you do this?
My friend has always had a real knack for resonance. So, does that solve our problem?
Guess I'm a navigator now. Nothing new. You might have something new. Vice, please. Thank you. What's going to happen to us? Nope, nothing new. Alright, we'll get that resonance radar optimized. It'll take a bit longer, so hold on, okay? Haha, it pays to try, huh? Who'd have thought your resonance ability could do that? We've proved we're valuable to Hilda in one way, but that's not the end of our skill set. By the way, I asked her about the ship's destination. We're headed toward a port called Chrysanthemum, but the ash storms tore up the route. They were headed somewhere else at first, but they've been forced back to square one. Well, taking us on board is a serious drain on their supplies. That probably has something to do with it. The important thing is we'll be serving as outsiders for this ship from here on. We'll be fighting Origami again, but this time it'll mean something different. It's not just for survival anymore. We'll be fighting for our own dreams. So let's do this, partner. Ready? Sorry for the delay, all checks are done. As you probably know already, the ship is headed toward our home port, Chrysanthemum. The ash storm made a mess of the course, so we're going to regroup and try again. But with no course, even going back the way we came would be extremely risky. In other words, we're going to have to rely on your skills to get us out of this jam. Let's put our skills together and get moving. Steady on to Chrysanthemum. Program repair. The integrated use program will be optimized following resonance radar readjustment. This mission's goal is a post-maintenance radar test. The following benefits are anticipated: enhanced feedback precision, increased resonance wave range. Everybody's locked. Let's go. Bum bum bum.
Switching to departure sequence.
Energy flow from the main accumulator has been established. Now sealing ash bulkhead layers 1 and 2.
Resonance radar navigation link complete. Harmonization rate at 30, 60, 100%. Oracle sensor system is green. Ash density along our plotted course is 0.02 ppm, within tolerance.
The ash bulkheads are sealed. Activating the hull bias field barrier.
All systems are reading green. The Chrysanthemum is ready to depart.
There's no turning back now. Are you certain about this?
Yeah. I never planned on turning back anyway. This is the start of a big adventure! We're more than sure, we're pumped!
It's good to see that kind of spirit. Ash Crawler Chrysanthemum, casting off.
Let's go.
Do you read me? I'll be your mission guide from here on. All instruments are green. Vitals are normal. Alright, are you ready? Remember, the mission lasts until you're back home. Your first job starts now. Good luck.
Time's better than an old creep in my ear. Sorry, it's a long story.
Clearing the way, clearing the way. With end of vanilla story, not even vanilla story. Part 1 of vanilla stories. Weapons.
target and is in pursuit.
OP.
Made contact with secondary target and is in pursuit.
Finish him, Zeke.
Good job. Mission successful. Give a report once you get home.
That went all right. Hey, look, I'm still alive. Let's rest up, okay?
We're waiting for you back home.
Triple wuss. Abandoned gunarks. Anti-fire beast.
Oh, welcome home. Wanna eat, hit the showers, do some lifting?
I saw the most beautiful woman walking by. She looks sad, but still beautiful. I think she was headed for the laboratory block. She sure was pretty. Your affinity with residents is really something. I mean, I bet I could get a better reaction if I really tried, of course. Residents radar stuff's just so cool. I wish they'd let me give it a shot. Good work. Residents radars are really something, eh? With that much info before we start a mission, fighting is a whole lot easier. That's one more thing to thank you for. That aside, did you hear that? Welcome back? Has anyone ever said that to us before? Sure is nice to hear. Welcome back. Welcome back, big bro. To power a ship of this size, I wonder how much fuel it requires. Boom, boom, boom. You don't need to worry about me. Everyone here is so nice. How do you get back here? There's still some optimization to be done, but you can't leave that. 10 minutes, I think. Take a look around the ship. That's the sign to say, hey, there's someone to talk to. That's right, they don't ring the bell for meals around here, do they? Best of all, there's no time limit either. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum. You'd think you could play music for that. No, I think I have to go to the terminal. I don't think there's anybody in the female cabin. Nope. Hello, Hilda. The cat moved. Amy! Amy, the cat moved! It's sleeping. How's life aboard our vessel? Any problems? If you want anything, let me know. I can't guarantee we can get it for you, but we'll do what we can to take care of you, as long as it doesn't cost too much. You and Hugo may be okay, but the younger kids must be unsettled in this new environment. It's not my place to say this, but don't forget about them, okay? Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Greetings.
What's this?
I was just wondering if it's a common occurrence to find God-eaters from Gleipnir traveling with caravans. I suppose you're keeping an eye on some cargo back there, is that right?
The area up ahead is under Gleipnir jurisdiction. I cannot allow you to proceed.
Meaning that whatever you've got stowed up there is a special delivery for Gleipnir.
Ugh.
Hey, are you okay? So tell me, what's your name?
Gleipnir 6th Engineering Battalion, Special Transport Unit, Claire Victorious.
You can just call me Hugo Pennywort.
The owner told me about you. It seems you helped with clearing our route. Understand that while I do applaud the work you've done, I cannot approve of any frivolous actions you take in the field. Don't expect to garner any special favor for it.
Great, a teacher's pet.
I'm only doing the job that I was assigned. If we're in combat together, I will be trusting you to perform. Huh? It was nice meeting you.
Maybe we're gonna get along after all. It's a pleasure to meet you too, Claire.
Bum, bum, bum. I'll be participating in the next mission too. I got good marks on joint missions with Aegis in Simulator, but this is my first field experience, so bear with me. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, there you are, Ricardo. Huh? What's wrong? Oh, you're surprised this area is not locked? Normally, it would have broken all kinds of rules to let you walk freely around here. Fortunately, the woman in charge hates putting up barriers like that. She feels people should be able to go as they please while they're on her ship. That said, please keep this a secret from other caravans. That kid was pretty nervous. This might be the first time she's taken on a job this important. I might have been a little hard on her. I think she might dislike me. Like she said, this ship is helping Gleipnir with a job. Its original destination was Arrowhead, the home of Gleipnir's HQ. So once it's back to Chrysanthemum, it will set out for Arrowhead again. But we have no reason to go that far. I plan on getting off Chrysanthemum. We'll figure things out from there. I don't know what'll happen. Oh, we do have new information. Picked up when a large-scale ash storm formed near Pennywort, then granted sanctuary according to Ashland Navigation Law. Due to an extremely high ability for residents, this God Eater has been temporarily tasked with the ship's residence radar operation. No, granted free access to limited sections of the Chrysanthemum as a special case. No. Same thing, granted free access. Nothing new. Picked up. Do. Yeah, still where we're on. I don't really need anything new here. Let's see, a type of bias factor modified for human use and given to adaptive God Eaters. It acts as a medium that allows God Eaters to control their God arcs and is injected intravenously at regular intervals via their armlet. This bias factor has been altered to include adaptive bias factor, and dosing an adaptive God Eater with it grants them resistance to Ashlands for a short period. One of the bias factors modified specifically for standard God Eaters, although used in the same way as the P53 bias factor. God Eaters dosed with this bias factor also become highly resilient to the Ashlands, effectively raising their authorized Ash density level to 3. However, as the side effects of this put great strain on the God Eater's body, consecutive use should be accompanied by extensive and regular medical checkups. As the Ashlands have become the primarily battleground of adaptive God Eaters, very few regular God Eaters use this bias factor. Bullets! Freight Investigation Report. No useful information on our current cargo could be acquired, likely because a gag order is in effect. The investigation will continue, but further results are unlikely. Various information brokers have been contacted, but none are as eager to assist. It can be assumed that the information in question is extremely high level and heavily guarded. The decision to authorize payment to willing parties to attempt to acquire this data is in your hands, but as illegal methods will no doubt be employed. The risk involved are significant. Alrighty. Stop here and I'll do one more part for this game. Thanks for watching.